Jai Hind student, welcome to biology class. Now students, in this lecture we will discuss few more important question of the topic transportation. Now question number 1, what are the components of the lymphatic system? So as we all know, there are two types of system in human body, that is lymphatic and blood circulatory system. Now the components of the lymphatic system are the fluid, that is the lymph, that is known as lymph. Then the channels through which the fluid flows, they are known as lymph vessels, and the larger ones are known as lymph duct. And the third, that is your enlarged cavities, they are known as lymph glands or nodes. So we can say ki lymph vessels and lymph glands or nodes, they constitute the lymphatic system. Now question number 2, what is pulmonary circulation? Now there are two types of circulation, that is systemic and pulmonary. Now in pulmonary circulation, the right ventricle pumps blood into the pulmonary artery that carries it to the lungs. After purification in the lungs, the blood is carried back by the pulmonary vein to the left auricle of the heart. This type of circulation, that is between the heart and the lungs, is called pulmonary circulation. And in systemic circulation, the pumping of the blood from heart to all the parts of the body, that includes systemic circulation. But here in pulmonary, only the circulation of blood between heart and lungs takes place. Question number 3, what is tissue fluid, how it is formed? Now the fluid that escapes from the blood vessels into the interstitial spaces, that is known as tissue fluid. The blood flows under high pressure in the arteries. These arteries branched out as arterioles and then to capillaries. The walls of these vessels are very thin, so the blood under pressure comes out into the tissue spaces. The cellular components and the large protein are not able to come out. Thus, the blood without cells and the protein is called the tissue fluid. Now, what happens? The fluid, when the arteries, they divide to form arterioles and then to capillaries. So, the tubes get thinner and the blood flows, as the blood is flowing under very high pressure, so the blood oozes out from the pores into the spaces between the tissues, and that is known as tissue fluid, या फिर इसको interstitial fluid भी हम कहते हैं. So here the large protein molecules, the cells, the corpuscles, they do not comes out, so that's why it is pale yellow in color as compared to blood. Question number 4, list the various functions of blood. Now, there are various functions. Let's check out. The first is transport of nutrients, respiratory gases, excretory waste, hormones. Then it also play a role in immune system. Then maintenance of pH, maintenance of ionic balance, maintenance of water content, regulation of blood pressure, plays role in temperature regulation. Then it also plays role in homeostasis and in blood clotting. Question number 5, what is blood transfusion? So the replacement of blood from outside to make up for lost blood is called transfusion. When the blood is transferred from the donor to the recipient, that is known as blood transfusion. What is agglutination? The sticking together or clumping, sticking together या clump हो जाना of the RBCs because of the reaction between antigen and antibodies, that is known as agglutination. Okay, so antigen is the foreign proteins, antibodies, they are present in our body. So when they react, so what happened? The clumping, the sticking of RBCs occur, and which is known as agglutination, and it affects the transfer of oxygen also. Question number 7, how platelets help in blood clotting? So the answer is, how platelets help in blood clotting. So this, you can see the chart, in the form of chart you can understand it better. So what happened whenever there is an injury? So at the injured site, the platelets, they accumulate. Okay, they accumulate and they start releasing the thrombokinase या thromboplastin enzyme. Now this thromboplastin, how it is formed. There is an inactive substance that is known as prothromboplastin. Now this prothromboplastin is converted into एक्टिव थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन या फिर इसको हम थ्रोम्बोकाइनेज एंजाइम भी बोलते हैं इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ कैल्शियम. Now there is another protein that is prothrombin. Type of your this factors, the different clotting factors are present in the platelets. So then what happened, this prothrombin is converted into thrombin in the presence of thromboplastin and calcium ions. Now fibrogen is another type of blood protein which is present in the plasma. Now this fibrogen in the presence of thrombin converted into fibrin. तो ये सब कुछ किसके लिए हो रहा है, फिब्रिन बनाने के लिए हो रहा है, because these are the thread like structures which get accumulated, okay, and they form a fibrin polymer, and what happened, this is finally retract to form a clot. Okay, so this is the process of blood clotting. As you can see, the injured cell and the platelets, they disintegrate at the site of wound and release thromboplastin. Now this thromboplastin with the help of calcium ion converts prothrombin into thrombin. Now thrombin in the presence of calcium ion reacts with soluble fibrogen to convert into insoluble fibrin. Now this fibrin is a solid substance and it forms threads and the meshwork at the site of the wound, at the site of the injury. So the blood cells, they are trapped in the meshwork of the fibrin. Then the blood shrinks and squeezes out the rest of the plasma in the form of clear liquid, and the solid mass which is left behind, that is known as clot or thrombus. So here you can see a number of clotting factors, and the calcium ion participate in the clotting of the blood. So this is all, student. Hope you all have understood these questions. Thank you everyone.